提米斯计划原定台湾时间29号晚间8点半，火箭要发射升空。美国民众已经在基地附近考好位，准备看火箭发射，却在升空倒数前40分钟，3号引擎出现问题，因为故障暂时无法排除。晚间8点45分左右宣布升空计划喊卡，下次发射时间最快要等到9月2号。 为了重返月球 ，NASA 推出新一代最强 SLS 火箭系统，并搭载猎户座太空舱，名为阿提米斯1号的第一阶段任务。这次升空其实没有要载人，主要目的是测试未来登月的路线，也确保这个飞行载具万无一失。
If it all goes according to plan, the spacecraft will orbit around the moon, traveling a total of 1.3 million miles over just 42 days, before splashing down off the coast of California in October.
美国从1968到1972年共执行过9次载人登月，其中6次成功登陆，共有12名太空人漫步过月球。但未来的任务还会继续写历史。
And so if all goes well, those first astronauts will be on Artemis 2, which will likely be in 2024, and will orbit the moon. And then the big one, Artemis 3, that is when NASA intends to return American astronauts to the moon, but this time they want to land the first woman and the first person of color.
为了让女性顺利踏上月球 ，NASA 特地研发专属的太空衣背心，在胸口器官位置加强防辐射设计。
So this is what the actual inside of the suit looks like and feels like.
Yeah. The material is high-density polyethylene, which is high in hydrogen, in protecting from such kind of radiation.
这种背心根据身体部位不同，厚度不同，最后可达6公分。其余需要测试的还有太空舱耐热性能，避免重演2003年哥伦比亚号灾难。
NASA is really hoping to test the heat shield on the Orion spacecraft. That's because that heat shield, when it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere from a lunar orbit, it will withstand temperatures of 5,000 degrees. That's half the temperature of the surface of the sun.
新的猎户座太空舱空间加大，可以容纳4人。这次会先放上假人做各项的测试。
We have 3 sort of mannequins on board as well, because you want to know what's the radiation environment like, what are the vibrations like. One of them is sort of like a crash test dummy, but to measure all of the subtle things. That we want to test and prove before we risk a human life on board.
会这么仔细，是因为未来太空任务的时间只会更长，不再只是到月球拍照打卡这么简单。
50 years ago, we went to the moon for a day, a few hours, 3 days max. Now we're going back to the moon to stay, to live, to learn, to build.
NASA 长期目标是要在月球打造永久科研基地，同时也为以后登陆火星做准备。
When you go past your comfort zone, you find ways to solve problems that you would have probably never have figured out. So living and working on another celestial body, the moon, say, you have to figure out how to build a habitat. You have to figure out how to harvest water from the lunar soil.
其中月球极地的位置可能藏有大量的水冰，这次任务也要一探究竟，登陆位置将完全不同。
And the places that we're going are incredibly different. So Apollo was focused on one kind of pretty easy to get to equatorial area. We're taking the challenge on to go to the polar regions, these permanently shadowed regions. They are always in darkness. That's where we found water ice.
不止美国，中国近几年也展现对月球的野心。2年前还顺利取回月球土壤的样本，其余包含俄罗斯还有阿拉伯联合大公国都积极重新探测月球。一场与月球有关的太空竞赛又悄悄点燃。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
掌握全球情势、国际新闻，全新选择 YT 频道 TVBS 国际 Plus， 扩大视野。欢迎订阅并开启小铃铛。